After the final note, the whole room breaks into thunderous applause. Meanwhile, I close my eyes. I feel a little drop of sweat slowly running down my forehead that then drops into the concave between my nose and my forehead. My hands, moist with sweat, are trembling, caused by my nerves. I can feel a strange feeling in my stomach, like if I were at the top of a roller coaster, but about to shoot down at great speed. All of a sudden, I realize that the crowd has gone silent. Not a breath, cough, or movement is to be heard. I take a long, deep breath, but without making too much noise. I feel a gentle tap on my shoulder and a deep rumbling voice telling me to go ahead. I open my eyes and walk forward. As I walked out of the dark hallway and onto the bright stage, I looked back at the past Thursday when I couldn't pull myself together. I could see by my teacher's face that he was extremely worried and impatient, and my parents too. I hadn't been studying for days, and time was running out. I knew I had a concert in 3 days, but when I started to play, I would get impatient with myself because of my mistakes, and eventually I'd get mad, and I really can't concentrate on music when I'm mad, so I would give up. And the feeling of not being prepared before a lesson would slowly destroy the little happiness I had left in me, like a parasite slowly sucking the life out of its victim. I don't know how I pulled myself together. I guess 8 hours of practice before the day of the concert paid off. So as I'm walking across the stage, I can't see any faces in the audience, but I know that a lot of them are probably looking straight at me. All I can hear are soft whispers and my loud footsteps thumping against the dark wooden ground floor. All I'm trying to think about is not messing up, because that's what everyone tells you before you do something big, right? But what I was really thinking about was the opposite. I kept worrying about if I was going to mess up or not, how and where. Not very positive thoughts, but what can I say? That's the only thing that was running through my mind. Also, playing solo piano in front of approximately 500 people instead of the usual 30 or 40 was another reason to be very nervous. It was by far the most important concert I had played in my lifetime so far. I had to overcome all these nerves in any possible way. The shaking of my hands had increased a lot since before, and taking deep breaths while telling myself to calm down was definitely not working for me. Then I only made things worse by remembering the last concert I had played, where I was very confident in myself. I had known my pieces for about 2 weeks, but the unexpected happened. As confident as I was, I had stopped thinking while I was playing, and the first mistake was fatal. After messing up, when I tried to continue, I had not been looking at the sheet music and didn't know where I was in the song, so I had to find where I was and then start playing again. After that, I was so embarrassed yet devastated that I made more mistakes. Not a lot, nor big ones, but those were the mistakes that tore me to pieces. Instead of sweat, it was about to be tears running down my face. But I wasn't going to allow this to repeat itself, or not tonight at least. Tonight was going to be different. Still walking across the stage, I arrived to my final destination. Not just any simple piano. It was an original Steinway, a pitch-black box that was capable to create the most beautiful of sounds. Steinway is considered one of the best, or if not the best, piano brand in the world. Even though it was black, it was shining elegantly in the middle of the stage, in contrast with the floor, that seemed bright because of the strong lights shining upon it. My goal wasn't just playing it right. It was about making it sound beautiful, so that the other people weren't just listening to it, but also enjoying it. Because that's what music's all about. If people don't enjoy listening to a song, they won't buy it or listen to it. So as long as people enjoy my music, it's a success for me. When I got to the piano, I walked around the bench and slowly sat down, making the bench squeak a little bit. I rested my right foot on the sustain pedal. Then I rested both hands on the shiny white keys and felt them by gently sliding my fingertips across them. I got into position. This was it. I was there. I took a deep breath while hearing someone cough away before I started. I waited until he was done, and without thinking of anything else but the notes in my head, I looked at my hands, I looked at the music, and then, finally, I started. Thank you very much.